Alright, so today I just want to do a quick kind of review on the Eberlestock X2 as well as the Eberlestock J34, otherwise known as the Just One. I have had this backpack for just over a year. This is a new purchase of mine. I'll explain why I'm going with this a bit later. Uh, First of all, just direct comparisons here. You've got the X2. This is 1800 cubic inches, and the J34 is actually 4600 cubic inches. This can be expanded up to 8100. That's with the super spike duffel. That actually, I'll show you how that attaches later as well. So what I really like about this that made me go to this one was Eberlestock uses a bat wing design. Basically, you can unclip these, this opens up, and all of a sudden, whatever you can carry in there is huge because you've got all these straps. You can sit on this like a shelf. Straps go around, cinches in real good. There's a picture on their website. It's of a guy with a moose or an elk quarter in there. There's actually lots of pictures online of that happening. It's absolutely believable. Um, that being said, that's why I went with this design. I like the idea of if you were to get whatever animal you're going for, you can bring back part of it, all of it, what have you. Um, so what I ended up doing is I really didn't use the middle compartment here at all. I really just used the side pockets, this one here and this one here, in the top. Um, your hydration bladder, I use a 2-liter hydration bladder, and it fills up a lot of the side here. So on the other side, I was fitting a large first aid kit, your toilet paper, hand sanitizer, some snacks. I carry a collapsible saw as well as a knife, and they just go in the inside pocket here. I didn't really use the outside pockets, maybe calls sometimes. I did get a couple small pockets and bags that can attach onto the webbing, although I like to not use them because I just like everything being nice and streamlined. Um, this one here's got an aluminum frame. The padding on it is okay. Nothing ever hurt, but it's not thick padding. With that being said, nothing is adjustable for torso length, and I am 6'4", so this doesn't quite fit me as it probably would fit, your average height guy. Let's say 5'11" or so would probably fit someone of that height much better than it did me. That all being said, because I didn't want to use a center part, I felt that a lot of the room here, I'd like to have a little more. So I looked at the J34. What I liked about this is it has the rifle scabbard built in. I don't always hunt with a rifle, I prefer a bow, but you can put your trekking poles in there, which is nice. Or this actually folds up inside, so you don't have to use it at all if you don't want. You've got a spot right beside it for your water bladder. It's nice, it evens out the weight a bit, I found. With this, you've got 2 pockets up here. There's a zipper on each side. They are separated, so it's not the same one. You've got, kind of similar pockets on the side as the X2. You've got pockets here where the X2 has them here. The one thing I did not like about the J34 compared to the X2, this here doesn't really have, like that kind of meat shelf, if you will. Like, you've got a lot more support here. This has the one buckle. I put in about a 30-pound bag of dog food, and I found that these corners were folding over. So my plan is to take some backpack straps, nylon webbing, go through the webbing here and here, as well as here and here, and cinch them, and that will help support the weight as well as bring the sides up, so that won't be an issue. It's a really cheap, easy fix. I found that everything I put in the pockets here fit within one of the pockets up here and half of one of the side pouches. Now when this is collapsed, it's really not that much bigger than this one. So I see that as a huge advantage for the J34. The other massive advantage, that center part that I didn't use here, you open this up, boom. This one was made for that. It was made to carry your meat in the center. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's a mesh, so that the meat can cool down, it can breathe, very important. You know, it seems like what this pack was made to do, like how I wanted to perform, this one will do that. This doesn't have an aluminum frame. This has 2 aluminum stays. You can take them out. You can actually bend them to form the curvature of your back. Eberlestock has a video on their website. I recommend going over it. Take the time. Set this up so it works for you. On the back here, I'll show you this. You can adjust the straps up and down. Like I said, I'm 6'4". I got this just right. A lot of forums are saying guys couldn't use the load lifters properly. They weren't working. Most likely, they didn't watch the video. They didn't size this to themselves. When I initially put it on, these didn't do anything. When I fit it to my torso length, these absolutely worked. The other thing guys are saying is when they put any weight in here, because you've got the scabbard, you've got the space for your water bladder, that weight wasn't right against their back, they felt that this was pulling back. Well, the thing is once again on the website, Eberlestock has a loop here. These straps go in there, they cinch, they pull everything right against your back. If you're not using that, you can cinch it, so it does that. I did that when I was carrying the bag of dog food, and it worked quite well. I was very happy. You've got, you know, on the top as well. Really great pack. The padding on this is substantially more than the X2. You can definitely tell this was made to carry some weight. The X2 is an outstanding pack, but it was not made necessarily to carry the weight that the Just One series can. They do have 2 other packs in the Just One series, and I've been in contact with Eberlestock via email. They're great at getting back to you. With email, it takes about a week, so be patient, but very, very good answers. Exactly what I wanted to know. The J34 comes with the aluminum stays. The Dragonfly, I believe it's the J107. It actually now comes, it's their Intex 2 frame, and it's aluminum frame, so it's heavy duty hauling. You know, it's a more, I guess, robust in that aspect, but it's gonna weigh more. And this, in my opinion, is just as capable of carrying heavy weight as that. They also have the Blue Widow, which is very similar design to this. It does not have a scabbard. The one thing that's really nice about it though is it's got this style here instead of this kind of triangle, but the part that I don't like, it's got this. And I wish they did that for the J34, and I wish they did it for the Dragonfly. I just think it's a superior design. Like I said, here I'm just going to use the straps, and I think that will work very well. The other thing, just a side note before I go here, on the X2, they've got these pockets on the side here. Hard to get to. I hated using them. I never used them. You go over here to the J34, they don't have the pockets, but they've got webbing. So you've got some choices. You know, you can get any accessory that uses a webbing, throw it on there, big pockets, little pockets, whatever you want. Don't use them. It's totally up to you. The other thing that should be noted with the X2 is you've got webbing on the side here. I have a friend, and he actually purchased their scabbard. It fits in there perfectly. If I can make one suggestion, if you use a hydration bladder and you put it on one side, put the scabbard on the other side. It evens out the weight. If you don't do that, you're going to be leaning to one side, your back's going to be sore, it's going to be horrible. But great pack. This, I feel, is an identical pack to that, if you're going for the same thing I am, but this would be the superior one. I'm going to go with this. Eberlestock is a great company. Their packs weigh a little bit more, but I feel like they're just way more robust. They're quiet. Um, yeah, and I hope that helps you. Anyone who had questions or was comparing the two. Thanks.